Hello everybody, my name is Courtney Bonneke. Have you ever been bowling and wondered, what is it really, or how can I bowl better? Well, today I'm going to answer all of those questions that have been stuck in your mind. We are going to go over what bowling is, different techniques to bowl better, and simple bowling rules that you probably didn't know. Bowling is a sport that is typically played in a bowling alley where you roll a ball down a lane at pins that you are supposed to knock down. But why knock all of the pins down? Knocking all of the pins down helps increase your score. You have 2 chances per frame or turn to attempt to knock down all of the pins. If you mess up your first throw and then knock all of the pins down on your second throw, then you have gotten a spare. You are knocking down the spare pins that you left up from the first throw. Bowling was seen in old hieroglyphics in Egypt where a man saw them and chose to make it into an activity. This then makes players want to understand how to become better and actually know the game of bowling. This is where different techniques come into play. People wanted to get invested in becoming a better bowler. That's where pro shops, new bowling balls, oil patterns, and bowling ball drilling comes into play. Pro shops opened to provide the best equipment for bowlers who were becoming pros. There are oil patterns on every lane that indicate how you should throw your ball because of the reaction of it rolling and curving on the lane. You have to find the right positioning to what you think that your ball will provide the right reaction and get you a strike. There are many different oil patterns that can be made. If you are playing in a tournament, then they usually let you know what oil pattern that you are bowling on. But for just everyday bowling, for the people who are amateurs, they just use the house pattern, which is the simplest one that is used every day. The lanes have to be oiled every day to make them slick and easy for the ball to slide right down. If not, then the oil dries up and makes the lanes dry and it destroys them. There are 2 different kinds of lanes. The first is wood and the second is synthetic, which is fake wood. Bowling alleys nowadays have transferred to synthetic because it is cheaper and they need to update the lanes every so many years. The drilling of balls is used to fit your specific hand. The people who drill the balls for you will measure your hand length and how big the width of your fingers are. You could choose to put fingertips inside the holes to make your ball hook. Most people who bowl all the time and are better at it have fingertips in theirs. The house balls that you use at bowling alleys don't have any fingertips in them, and the holes are drilled for the average person who uses that ball weight. And finally, some rules that maybe you didn't know about. People don't usually think that bowling has any rules because you just roll the ball when it's your turn. Did you know that you are supposed to give lane courtesy? Which means that if you and the person next to you are ready to go up to roll the ball, one of you have to let the other one go first and let them roll the ball, and then you can go. It is used to help with you getting distracted, or you'll accidentally bump into each other while going at the same time and messing up each other's roll, which just messes up your score. This rule is highly recommended in tournaments. Basically, it's enforced most of the time. The next rule is that if you cross the foul line while you roll the ball, then you don't get any points for that roll, even if you knock down some pins. And also, your bowling ball must measure 8.5 inches in diameter. If not, then it is considered illegal and you can get disqualified from a tournament. I bet you learned some things about bowling that you probably never knew existed. I've covered what bowling is, techniques to bowl better, and rules that you probably didn't know. I would like to conclude that yes, bowling is a sport and not just played for fun. Thank you.